The reason I don't particularly like tripping with people is because I just worry. I'm a worrier. And if I'm stoned and somebody else is stoned, then I worry. And I listen to their breathing, and I wonder how they're doing, and I wonder if I should ask how they're doing, and I just lose all spontaneity, and I become completely the victim of my imagined concern for this other person. Well, then and then the other thing that happens is people are the weirdest objects in the universe. And if you're stoned and you come upon another person stoned, I mean, they can just unleash something you could never have imagined or conceived of. Nicely green and sculpted. And we were sitting there under a tree, and I swear, 500 yards away, there were these two Indian guys walking across my field of vision. And I was sitting there, and I was loaded, and I was watching the traceries. And then I looked out across my field of vision, and I saw these two Indian guys stop dead in the center of my field of vision. And then they said something to each other, and then they turned 90 degrees. So they were now facing me, and they began walking toward me. And I was horrified. And I looked down. I said, I was so horrified that I said, I can't believe this is happening. I refuse to believe this is happening. I will just look at the ground in front of me like this. So I started looking at the ground in front of me, and I looked and looked and looked and looked until two pairs of brown feet appeared in my field of vision. And then I looked up at these guys, and they had caught the vibe. And they wanted to know what was going on. And several experiences like this caused me to believe that, you should really bury it deep before you take it into public. The other thing I've noticed is, if you're stoned in a confined space, there's a certain amount of control of synchronicity. I mean, there's rustling in the corners and batting at the windows and so forth. But this you can handle. But if you take it out into public, God, it's just absolutely uncontrollable. I mean, you could be struck by a meteorite. You could be abducted by extraterrestrials. A safe could fall on you. Anything could happen because the statistical disruption of ordinary probability is so great.